Things will never go back to the way they were. Now, does that mean that everything is going to change? Hi there, it's Melissa from Messages Through Mel, and I am sitting in front of the fireplace this morning with a nice cup of coffee. And I thought I would try a different format, and instead of actually writing in my book and then reading it into a video, I thought I would just sit here and talk to you. I had a thought come through that I wanted to talk about, that I think the collective wants me to talk about, wants me to share some information about, specifically about the time that we're going through right now, which is the coronavirus pandemic. And we are in the middle of the week where it is supposed to be the peak in our cities that already have it going on. In California, Los Angeles, New York, everything is supposed to peak this week, and they're really, really trying to get people to stay home. And I know that my mental thoughts go to, this is going to be a wild ride out, and I can't wait until it's over and things get back to normal. But the universe, the collective, is whispering in my ear that things will never go back to the way they were. If you can even call that normal. I don't know what normal really is. I guess everybody has their own definition. But things will never go back to the way they were. Now, does that mean that everything is going to change? Not exactly. I did mention in one of my videos about how this is like a reboot, where you turn your computer off and it gets a chance to kind of empty things out, and when you turn it back on, it's a fresh start, and things may look the same, but they are forever changed. That is what the world is going to be like when we come through the other side of this, however long it takes. There seem to be a lot of opinions about however long it takes. And as I say things, thoughts drop in, and they kind of drop into the back of my mind. And the collective says, it will take as long as it takes. And what they mean by that is there's more at play here. There's a larger vastness, a larger purpose. I don't even know the words to use for it, but something bigger is going on than just a pandemic. It is a change, a transformation that will take as long to get through as it takes to get through. So even if the pandemic, the coronavirus disease itself goes down, there's still stuff we have to go through. We kind of all know that. We know that we're being affected not only on a physical and a mental and emotional level, and we're being affected on a spiritual level, on a financial level. There are so many levels involved in this right now, and it's meant to be that way. It is absolutely meant to be that way. It is meant to be a gigantic shift on many different levels. So the universe says, the collective says, it will take as long as it takes to make this transition. So even if we get over the virus, then the financial follows. The awakening in humanity follows. The things that I don't know what other way to say it. There's my brain is trying to think of ways, and the collective just says it will take as long as it takes for this transformation to happen. And it's more than just the virus. So that's kind of what they want me to say. You may notice I have my little bandana on today in case I go out into the public. I can put it on if so I don't spread my germs to other people, just in case. So we all have to make exceptions to what we do, and that's part of the transformation, is learning to what's the word that the thoughts come in and I have to try and put it into a word. So yes, this is translated through my filter. So I'm going to say things that my brain understands, that messages that come through, I have to say in words that I understand and that makes sense to me. Adapt, I guess, is the best word. We all have to learn how to adapt. And if that means wearing a mask for a while, that's part of it. If it means staying home for a while, that's part of it. If it means changing what we do on the other side of this, on a large scale or a small scale, that's part of it. And the universe is providing an opening right now for us to make those changes. It's saying, look, we're in the world is in a huge shift. Now is the time for you to make a shift. Now is the time. The universe is giving you the time. Now, I'm not saying to change everything about your life to go crazy and or anything like that. What I'm saying is, if there is something, this fire's getting hot behind me. If there is something that you have felt a calling to do, a pulling, something that's always been in the back of your mind, like, I always wanted to do this, or I always wanted to be of more service to my fellow mankind. I always wanted to start my own online business. I always wanted to travel, to have a job that included travel. If there's something that you've always wanted to do, or that's been in the back of your mind to get started, but you've never had the time, you've been caught up in the grind of daily life. You know how we were saying for such a long time, I'm too busy to do this, I'm too busy to change things, I'm too busy to fit new things in. Well, all of a sudden the universe just said, you're not busy anymore. Now, not for everybody. There are some people that still have to work, and I do understand that. But I guess what I'm saying is, take advantage of the global transformational shift that's happening in the world today. And in the most troubling, the most challenging, the most difficult times, I know personally in my life, the hell that I have gone through, anytime it has been pure hell that I have gone through, I've come out on the other side to what I could say has been one of the most remarkable and one of the best times of my life. Was it enjoyable going through the change, through the transformation, through the hell? No, it never was. But it always led to something good. And in relationship to what's going on right now, to this pandemic, it's kind of the same thing. It sucks to go through it. It sucks if you're sick. It sucks to lose people that we love. Everything about this sucks. The financial crisis, the losing your income. I have lost my income right now, and I'm trying to help in other ways. I'm kind of going with the flow. It sucks to go through, but I have no doubt that the universe has our back in this, and that it is preparing us for even better, a better transformation, a bigger, more opportunities. And I guess what I'm really saying, and I guess what the universe, the collective, wanted me to come through with today in this mixed message that I'm putting through, is that even though this is one of the suckiest times of our lives, anybody who's alive today, this is probably one of the most suckiest times of all. It is also one of the most opportunistic times. One of the best times to take advantage of the transformation, of the change, of the opportunity that's coming beyond this. So now is the time. Now is the time to ask yourself, what is mine to do? But now is the time to start thinking about things you couldn't think of before. You couldn't imagine doing before because you were stuck in that rut. Things just happen. Life happens. Life goes on day after day after day. You work, you pay the bills, you do the things you got to do. This shift, this transformation has thrown a monkey wrench in all of that. And we can either sit around and wait for things to go back to normal, which the universe says they will never go back to the way they were. They will never go back to what we used to call normal. So whether or not you do anything, you make use of this time. And I don't mean you're lazy or you're not taking advantage of it. What I am saying is that if you can, jump on the wave of transformation. I just got this image in my head of a surfer riding a huge wave. This pandemic is like a wave crashing across our world and disrupting things in a violent, energetic, destructive way. But when that wave pulls back, things will be changed. And you can ride that wave, or you can get swallowed up by it, or you can try to sit on the sidelines and watch it go by. But things are going to change. And now is the most opportunistic time to take advantage of that. So even if it's for just some personal reflection on things that I know a lot of people are taking the time that they have to express more gratitude. They're realizing they have more time now. And while, yeah, it sucks, more time is a good thing. You can look at all the bad things, you can look at the good things, you can look at both. But you can choose to focus on the good that's part of this. And there is good. There are people stepping up. There is so much good going on in the world in proportion to the amount of bad going on in the world. There are people stepping up. There are people volunteering. There are people doing what they can. There are people reaching out and helping each other. There are people being pushed to their limits and beyond, and coming through and being there and supporting and serving and doing what they can and being grateful and adding love and doing all kinds of good things in the world. There is just as much good as there is bad. And on the other side of this, we can look for the good. We can look for what is ours to do. What is ours to do to help? What is ours to do to continue on? What is ours to look at to transform that we need to do in the world? The collective is kind of saying, okay, I've rambled on about it enough. Their message is things will never go back to the way they were because this is a transformation. A transformation means things are going to be different on the other side. Even though they may look the same, they will be different on the other side. You can join the wave of transformation and use this opportunity to bring out the best in you, to bring out your best self, to start a new chapter in your life that goes beyond what you've ever done and who you've ever been. And you can use that opportunity. And that's the message that they wanted me to share with you today. Thanks for being here with me. Thanks for having morning coffee with me. And I hope you have a wonderful day today. If you have any comments, questions, opinions, I'm open to them all. Feel free to add them in the comments below and let me know what you thought. If there's anything you'd like to share, please let me know. Also, if you would love to hear more messages like this, I think I'm heading into a transition phase myself of going from writing it down and then doing it on video to doing it to video. Go ahead and subscribe to my channel. Click the button below and you'll be notified. Hit the bell also. You'll be notified when I put new videos out, when the collective has more messages for me to share. It was wonderful spending time with you today. Thank you so much. Stay healthy. Stay safe. This is Melissa. Bye for now.